That cover art is crazy. It kind of looks like you're taking acid in another dimension while also stuck in a video game. And the dimension you're in might be Dimension X. You know what I'm talking about, with Krang, the Rock Soldiers, and the Neutrinos. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is my review for Denzel Curry's new album, 32 Zell, Planet Shrooms. Denzel Curry is a rapper from out of Carroll City, Florida, but I do have to say that this is actually a double EP, with the first half of the album making up the EP called 32 Zell, and the last half of the album making up the EP called Planet Shrooms. I actually prefer the 32 Zell portion of this album because it's grimy and it has a bit of a vintage 3-6 Mafia sound, and I wasn't big on the Planet Shrooms portion because it's more lo-fi and experimental. So I'll talk about that first, and then I'll get into 32 Zell. The intro for Planet Shrooms is called Into the Woods, and on here, Denzel Curry is questioning God and reminiscing about a slain friend over some ethereal production and crawling bass. This one also features Dungeon family member Big Rube on the end, where he gives a philosophical outro. And this is one of the better songs on the Planet Shrooms EP because the mixing actually sounds alright. But then there's songs like Captain C-Funk, where the vocals are really distorted and low, and the track Underwater, which also has a very lo-fi sound to it. This just seems to be a trend in hip-hop lately, because there are a couple artists out there messing around with this mixed poorly on purpose shit, just like you heard on Tyler the Creator's Cherry Bomb album. And while I can understand that mixing in this way gives your album a bit of a dark, gritty, underground type of vibe, I personally just don't like listening to low sound quality tracks, but maybe that's just me. Bwoii with Nell and JK the Reaper has an alright beat and average verses, and Planet Shrooms also features JK the Reaper and a beat that is just jumbled and all over the damn place. It kind of sounds like someone's first attempt at using FL Studio. That's how bad it is, at least to me. And while both of these songs are done in that lo-fi style that I'm not big on, the song Smoke 2049 makes use of that lo-fi sound in a way that I find not so bad, because it only uses it to separate the hook from the verses, and the verses are done in a regular mixing style. Smoke 2049 also has some really smooth and wavy production, and the Planet Shrooms EP comes to an end with the song Void, which features Leonardo Safari and Fort Bwoii. I think that's how you say his name, I'm not sure. And I would say that this is another one of the better tracks on the Planet Shrooms EP because of the dreamy production and R&B vocals thrown in. But let's get into 32 Zell, which is the EP that I prefer. It zooms in on some trippy sounds on the 32 Ave intro, and then the fat bass and the drums kick in. This shit is a little bit different and I'm not sure if everyone will like it, but I thought it sounded really good. And Denzel Curry's flow on here really reminds me of Lord Infamous, who I think has one of the most underrated deliveries and flows of all time. So rest in peace to the Scarecrow. Chief Forever is the song that comes next, and this one has some schizo horror strings on it. I like the lines, fuck the world like a side bitch, and piss off, no Arkells. And Denzel also makes a Piccolo reference, so you can't really hate on that, cause hey, Dragon Ball Z. Delusional Shone is a club-type jam about hoes with some auto-tune from 12 Len. And the trappish Fuck Haters anthem, Envy Me, has some auto-tune on it as well. And at one point on Envy Me, Denzel says, "Y'all can suck a dick in advance like Rich Homie Quan," which I thought was a diss, so I looked into it, and apparently on Twitter, Denzel said that this is not a diss, so I don't really know what that line is all about. Ice Age with Mike Deese or Diche keeps things moving with some basic sex and drugs content, and this track made me laugh because at one point, Denzel Curry refers to himself as the Jizz Boss, which I just thought was kind of funny. Like, just imagine being the boss of all jizz. Hey you, get out of there, you're not supposed to go in eyes. I also really like Mike's verse because he uses some Project Pat inflection with his bars. And while this song doesn't really bring anything new to the table, I liked it just because it's a smooth banger. But with Lord Vader Kush 2, we get a dark banger that has some Star Wars references and some more Lord Infamous style flows. But the energy that Denzel brings on the song Ultimate is just unmatched. It is crazy and aggressive. I'm sure that's what Bruce Banner hears in his head when he turns into the Incredible Hulk. The beat on Ultimate just pumps bass and has some creepy gospel vocals underneath it, and this is just the type of shit that you turn up at red lights to scare old people with. So to wrap this review up and get you boys and girls out of here, I really liked the 32 Zell EP because of the dark, vintage 3-6 Mafia style, but I wasn't too big on Planet Shrooms because of the experimental, lo-fi shit, although it did have its moments on it. That said, I give 32 Zell a 4 out of 5, and the Planet Shrooms portion a 3 out of 5. So if you're good at math, 3.5 is what I give this overall double EP. But that's just what I thought about it. Hit me up in the comments section to let me know what you guys think, and as usual, do all that other good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.